WBIR 10 News reporter Sean Franklin shows us how volunteers with the fire department in Seymour help keep everyone safe. Sean?
John, the Seymour Volunteer Fire Chief told me that's the main goal, public safety. He says teamwork helped contain a spill that's a lot bigger than what his firefighters normally see.
They arrived on the scene, and our main concern is public safety.
The Seymour Volunteer Fire Department had to shut down Chapman Highway.
It was leaking about a couple gallons a minute out of one of the broken valves.
Fire Chief John Linson-Bigler says the tanker carrying nearly 5,000 gallons of gasoline veered off the road and clipped a power pole, spilling the flammable liquid. Firefighters helped contain the spill, but they called in Rural Metro Fire Department's hazardous materials team to control it at the source.
They use wax, a very dense wax, just jamming up in there to try to get the leak slowed enough that they can, use a small pool or something to catch the liquid.
A private contractor also installed buoys at a nearby creek that catches leaked gasoline.
Since petroleum is light and it'll go to the surface, they'll lay a large sock, say a big nylon sock, packed with the material that'll allow water to pass through, but it'll suck up all the petroleum.
Volunteers are trained much like full-time firefighters. The difference is they don't get paid. Many of them have other full-time jobs, so they weren't quite equipped for big spills like this one.
And then we requested hazmat, since we don't have the ability, the funding to do big hazmat operations.
In the end, he says communication between the 9 responding agencies was strong.
You set up what's called a unified command, and whatever agency you're with, I'll give you a radio or assign somebody to you so we can make sure we're all knowing what's going on.